Welcome. I wasn't sure what was going on there.
What happened there, buddy?
Welcome,
We're live.
folks. Yeah, welcome back to another episode of YBR Wednesdays. Getting pretty regular, pretty steady, I think, at this point. My name is Mark Crosby. We do this every week. We talk about a company called Mining City. This week's going to be a little bit better. I've got some decent substance to show you guys this week. For the last 2.5 to 3 hours, I've been putting together some slides on how the comp plan works. Most of those 3 hours, I've actually been figuring out how the comp plan works myself, because it can be, what I've figured out is it can be quite confusing, because, and I'll get into it in just a bit later on, but before I do, obviously I'm here with my marketing buddies, partners in crime, Adrian Langdale and Alan Kavanagh. And we're all involved in similar sorts of deals, obviously cryptocurrency mining, but also Forex trading as well. But, we tend not to talk too much about Forex trading on these calls, but it is part of the overall strategy, and of which we are adapting, and how we are using the profits from Mining City. What I'm personally doing is I'm in the process of accumulating as many of these Bitcoin vault coins as I can, and then once I feel we hit some sort of resistance in terms of the price of Bitcoin vault, and I will get into all this. It's all going to make sense as I continue to go on with the presentation, and I think there will come the time when I'll basically cash everything in and put it into a trading account. And then hopefully I'll at that point have a trading account big enough where if I win one trade per week, that is a full-time wage, basically. That's what my personal goal is, to get into a position where if I'm just up one single trade a week, it basically has me covered, and I don't have to live in stress and anxiety and the rest of it, okay? So what I'll do is I'll do my presentation. I'll show you the comp plan, how it works, the sales funnel, which I personally created with the help of the guys on the panel here as well. And then I'll pass it to Adrian. He'll go over the strategy, the overall springboard strategy, we call it. And then he'll pass it on to Alan, and then we'll call it a day. But so what I'm going to do then, I always get this confused. I always look down the bottom thinking it's like Zoom, you go to the bottom for Zoom, don't you? But it's a web browser, this one. So I'm going to share my screen here.
It's in the middle down the bottom, yeah.
Yeah, if someone could just verbally tell me if you can actually see my screen when it is sharing.
Yes, there you go, buddy.
Okay, cool. Hide this.
That's it, buddy.
I'll tell you now, I haven't actually been through this presentation and tested it, so there is a slight chance there could be like a few mistakes with the transitions and stuff. I would like to think it's going to be perfect, but I'm not sure I've ever done that before. So here we go. All right, this is not what is Mining City. This is basically the comp plan. This is the first part of the presentation that is going to turn into a big presentation mixed between the three of us. So how to achieve success with Mining City: profitable cryptocurrency mining with a powerful comp plan and a sales funnel, which you can see in the bottom right corner there, the little logo. Obviously, I kind of copied from the original Mining City logo and changed the colors and, did my own little spin on it. It's called Mine Like a Boss, which I'll get to a bit later on. So I just want to get straight into the meat and potatoes of what we're all here for. We want to make money. We want to get paid. So the first thing I dive straight into is the ways to get paid. I'm definitely hearing all sorts of noises there with echoes and stuff. Is everything all right?
That's me, buddy.
Oh, it's all right. It's all right. Cool. Just in case something was happening with the stream or anything there, wasn't, So the first one is obviously the passive income mining Bitcoin vault. Okay. So this is a little bit different. The word passive can get, it can get a stigma attached to it, because 9 out of 10 programs that say, passive income, in my opinion, are, they're not going to last more than 2 or 3 years. It's basically a Ponzi scheme. And, many of us have been through the ringer with those types of deals. Bitcoin mining is totally different. It is passive, but you are actually involved in the creation of a brand new cryptocurrency. And if you haven't seen the sales video of the Mine Like a Boss funnel, I really suggest you do so, because it explains how cryptocurrency mining works in a nutshell quite well, I think. So daily payout for 1,100 days. Okay. Now, Obviously, with cryptocurrency mining, we can't guarantee what sort of payout it's going to be because there's all sorts of different factors that affect how much you're actually paid on a daily basis. How many people are in the mining pool, basically how many, people are actually mining the coin, and the value of the coin as well, and a few other things as well. Electricity prices, for example, power costs. But this is how it works. All right, so basically there's a choice of 6 mining plans for Bitcoin Vault. Now you can mine Bitcoin, the original Bitcoin as well, profitably, but it's not really massively profitable. Just in the name of transparency, I'll tell you, it's doing less. It's doing around $10 a month, I believe. You know what I mean? Bitcoin, that is. What you're seeing right here, these 6 packages are for another coin called Bitcoin Vault, which is currently around $420 per coin, and that's come all the way from $25 a coin just a couple of months ago. All right. Now, in the Mine Like a Boss funnel, and to be honest, in the Mining City FAQ, I think it is, or the support section, they show you how to actually use a cryptocurrency exchange to trade Bitcoin Vault for the original Bitcoin if your overall intention is to grow your Bitcoin. That's why the funnel says grow your Bitcoin. Even though you're mining a different coin, we are still using this to grow our Bitcoin because ultimately you really want to grow your Bitcoin. Now, I'm not speaking negatively whatsoever with Bitcoin Vault. I have absolutely no idea where it's going to be. There are many people who believe it's going to end up in the top 10 of coins based on the company and the owners and, the mining plans in Kazakhstan, with partnerships with the government and what have you. I see no reason not to believe this coin is really going to stick around and be a pretty steady coin in the future. So some people might not want to trade Bitcoin Vault for the original Bitcoin and just, hodl it or hold it. And I think I'll probably do a mix of both. I'll probably, cash it in for Bitcoin so I can then put it into my trading account. Excuse me, I'm just going to take a drink here. A bit of a sore throat. Excuse me. So yeah, I'm going to use some of it to build my trading account and also some of it just to keep a hold of the coins, because I got involved with the original Bitcoin back in 2015 when it was $350 a coin. I've been through multiple full Bitcoins. I was in one deal one time. I actually got paid 1.2 Bitcoin. This is when it was about $1,200 a coin. Had I known about 2 years after that it was going to reach $20,000 a coin for a brief moment in time, I probably wouldn't have been as quick to, spend that Bitcoin as quick as I did to pay some bills and stuff. So I feel like I'm in a lucky position at the minute where I own full coins of good-looking cryptocurrency coins that are on the rise. So I just want to see where that heads. Okay, but these are the 6 packages. Obviously, the higher package you have, the more mining power you have, and you can, add on to your mining plans as often as you want. If rather than, because if you have a look here, there's really no difference in the amount of terahash you're actually buying until you get to the top package here, the 12.6 one. So there'd be really no difference in buying 4 of the primary packages or 1 of the bronze packages. You know what I mean? There's really there's no mining power benefit whatsoever. So by all means, if your financial situation means you've got to just keep buying these $300 mining plans one after the other, that's what you've got to do to build up your mining power. You know what I mean? I don't know why here's mistake number 1. As we've seen, I've got these the wrong way around. So there's mistake number 1 anyway. We'll see how we get on. So what's actually happening in a nutshell, when obviously when you're buying a mining plan, it's not like a machine gets shipped out to your address and you've got to figure it out yourself. Fortunately, Mining City have mining farms based in Kazakhstan, which have some of the cheapest electricity in the world and are partnered with the Kazakhstan government, which allow them to give cheap land supply as well. So you're basically... And I was kind of trying to find some information on this before. I don't know if anyone on the panel knows this information or not, but I know when we were in, what was it called again? Bit Club Network, they actually said you do technically own the machine. So if you requested the machine to get shipped out to you, you could have that done. With this one, I suspect you're basically renting the machine for like 1,100 days. And then obviously what happens is the cryptocurrency reaches your Mining City wallet. So that's what you're seeing at the bottom there now is a screenshot of the Mining City dashboard. So you're mining using a machine in Kazakhstan on a mining farm. That Bitcoin is then basically sent to your Mining City wallet. And from the Mining City wallet, you can then withdraw it to one of your own external wallets. And there's a number of them you can use, or just put it straight into a cryptocurrency exchange. I do believe Bitcoin Vault is traded on about 5 or 6 cryptocurrency exchanges at the moment. And then you can trade it for Bitcoin or whatever it is you want to do. All right, so that's how that works. So why would you want to mine Bitcoin Vault? As I say, it's been on the rise like a rocket. All right, this is a screenshot I took today. So it's $427 as of today. I'm not too sure what the exact price is right now. This is about two or 3 hours ago. And,
market's at 432, mate.
Right. So it's actually, this is undervaluing what the coin is right now. And I don't know if you can see these dates right here, but, back on the 20th of April, you kind of look and it looks it's about halfway, isn't it? So you're talking about $60 around there, $60 a coin back on the 20th of April, and here we are at $432 a coin. Obviously, nothing just goes up and up and up and up forever. We will see some sort of resistance, I imagine. But when we do see that resistance, who knows what's going to happen? It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to come all the way back down. It might just be a bit of resistance and then continue to, break through the resistance. Who knows? But we're certainly in, the right place at the right time in terms of the value of this coin moving up and the amount of miners there is at the minute as well. So the next way to get paid, I've called it direct commissions. If you look in the Mining City back office, this marketing support, it's called something else. I think it's called a plan bonus or something like that. It's a plan bonus or something. I'm just going to call it direct commissions for in the name of simplicity. Now this is where the last 3 hours I've been looking into this. I've had a couple of light bulb moments. You've basically got what Mining City confusingly call 2 trees, right? You've got a binary tree and you have a team tree. What you are looking at on the screen right now is your team tree. And the difference between the binary tree and the team tree, really, the team tree refers to everyone you personally refer. The binary tree does not necessarily have everyone you refer. It's just everyone who falls into the binary tree. Could be from people you've personally referred, who, the guys they sign up, or from people above you in the form of spillover. What you're looking at here is the team tree. You have 2 teams separate to the binary tree is also known as the citizens tree, which is, again, further confusion. I am going to try and get this, so everyone understands what the hell's going on here with the comp plan. Your first 5 members will be placed in your team A. Everyone else is placed in your team B. So as you can see here, this is your team A of the team tree. The first 5 people, paid members, fall in your team A, and you're going to make a 5% commission on their mining plan. And I'm going to have a light bulb moment is on the next slide, I do believe, as well. So I'm going to read it out. But you receive a 5% commission of the mining plans from your team A. You'll receive a 10% commission from your team B, which is basically everyone else. Everyone else after the first 5 are going to be placed on your team B, and you get a 10% commission on their mining plan. So this little section down here is what Mining City likes to call the BA structure. All right. So what it basically means is the first 5 members of everyone in your team B, and you're also going to make a 5% commission on these guys' mining plans as well. So there's a lot of room to actually build up this part of the comp plan. And again, it's really all based on personal signups, this part. Okay. Hope that makes sense. Hope that helps a little bit, how that works. So your rank will determine how many levels of commissions you'll receive in your BA structure. And I'm trying to think if there it is. Yeah, so here it is here. And I'm going to talk about the rank in a moment. I've got everything covered in terms of the comp plan. So I'll read that bit again. Your rank will determine how many levels of commissions you'll receive in your BA structure. That's these guys down here. So I'm not going to read this out. I'll just read the first few. So if you're a citizen, it's up to 10 levels. City builder up to 15 levels. So the ranking system affects multiple parts of the comp plan, basically. 3 in particular is what I've learned over the last few hours. Because there's some parts of the comp plan which I've been told by Ari that they're going to get rid of, which I believe is the repurchases part of the comp plan. So I was looking into that. So I didn't bother putting this in this presentation because I think they're going to get rid of it. And the residual income as well. The residual income is actually in reference related to the what do you call it? The repurchases as well. So I've left those 2 parts out of this presentation because I think they're going to get rid of those 2 pieces. Right, here we go. This I didn't know until just before. You can receive commissions for each member's mining plan up to the mining plan you have purchased, basically. Okay, so commissions exceeding the amount that you are entitled to receive are placed in your commission held balance or an aside balance. To unlock funds from the commission held balance, purchase additional mining plans to raise your total mining plans, which is obviously separate to the citizens trade. So I didn't know this before, but obviously what it means is if you've got a $300 mining plan and someone comes in and buys a $600 mining plan, you are only going to receive commissions up to the $300 because that's what you currently are. So this obviously is an incentive to build up your mining power so you can receive bigger commissions as you begin to refer other people. Yeah. And I didn't see any information on how long this balance sits there. I think it's indefinitely, so I don't think you would completely miss out on these commissions. You could upgrade afterwards and still get those commissions back, if that makes sense. That's what I understood reading it.
Is that, Mark, accumulative? So, for example, if you start with 600 and then you get another 600, does that qualify you then for people coming in at the 1200, or do you have to purchase that actual package?
That's a good question. Yeah, I would, based on what the information I've read, I would imagine it is accumulative, yes. But I didn't read anything that was in black and white. I'll find that information out for at least next week's presentation, but I would be like 80-90% sure that's how it works. Yeah, like I can't imagine they would expect you to buy like a $1,200 mining plan if you've already bought a $600 one. You know what I mean? I would imagine it's just the total amount of mining power you have. I would guess.
Yeah, I would assume it's based on the hash rate that you own at that time.
Exactly. I would agree. I think so. Yeah. All right. So the ranking system. So I'm hoping you can see this. Yeah, I haven't even put the full ranking system in because I'm thinking if I put the whole thing in, it's going to look really small and people are going to struggle to see it on the screen. But obviously, you start as a resident. I guess that's if you just come in at the $300 mining plan. A citizen means you've basically come in at the $600 mining plan. And then the city builder means you've basically referred 5 citizens. You've referred 5 people who've each come in at least $600 worth of mining power. And obviously the requirements are here as it goes on. City developer, you need a total of 3 city builders, each coming from a different leg in your team tree. So this is, I'm learning as I'm going into this as well, because I'm starting to learn the terminology. So the team tree, remember, is the first tree. It's not the binary tree. The team tree is your personal referrals. So you need a total of 3 city builders, each coming from a different leg in your team tree, at least one from team A. Right, okay. Starting to get it. This affects us in multiple ways of getting paid. So that's what the ranking system is. That's how it works. Let's talk about how that affects the commissions we can make. The binary tree. Now, this would be the easiest part for anyone who's seen the sales video of the Mine Like a Boss funnel. But for those that haven't, this is totally separate to the team tree we were referring to before. Try not to use terminology which is confusing people. I said the word referring, and you're literally referring people. Anyway, you've basically got two sides of this tree, okay? Now, this is the one where there's other people can put people in your binary tree. This is the most powerful part of the comp plan, in my opinion, because this enables any Joe Blogs, any average Joe, to make a $200 binary cycle or a $200 commission without actually referring anyone at all ever themselves. All right. What happens is you can have people placed in your tree from people above you. Like I said, if someone's above you and you've got big builders close to you, above you in the tree, chances are every now and again you're going to see some people placed into the tree, and then you're going to accumulate points based on the mining plan thereby, which looks like this. So if someone falls into your binary tree and they happen to have bought a silver mining plan for 2,400, you immediately get 4 points on this side of the tree. Now, when you are your personal referrals, you can pick and choose where they go. You have to manually go into your binary tree and place them. So what you want to do is get 5 points on each side of your binary tree, and that's when you will make a $200 binary cycle. So every time you make 5 points on each side, it goes back to zero again. The 5 points will be taken out. You might have had 8 on one side, and you eventually get 5 on the other side. And then once that happens, you're back down to 3 on one side. It takes 5 points off every single time you make a $200 binary cycle, basically. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. That's the easiest part of it, and it's the most fun part of it as well, in my opinion, because who doesn't like $200 commissions? So just a bit more information on that. It is not dependent on your team tree. This is totally separate. As I say, this is the binary tree, not the team tree. Meaning other people can place people in your binary tree, which is known as spillover. You can still cycle, which basically means get a $200 payment. So just in a nutshell, every time you get 5 points on both the right side and the left side, you get a $200 commission in the form of cryptocurrency. Bitcoin or Bitcoin Vault. You probably want to get it in Bitcoin Vault. And I said that as if you've got a choice. By the way, you don't have a choice. I think it really depends on what your mining plan is. If you're mining Bitcoin Vault, you're going to get paid in the Bitcoin Vault, basically. So the rank determines. This is one of another couple of ways that this ranking system affects how we get paid. Rank determines how many cycles you can get per day. Now, I know that initially you kind of think, well, this is for bigger builders. This doesn't really apply to me, which is why you want to build a tree and get to the point where it does affect you. You know what I mean? So if you're a citizen, you can cycle 4 times a day, which would be a total of $800 a day. And obviously, this is how it works. So if you're a city builder, you can cycle 5 times a day. If you're a developer, 6 times a day. But yeah, I mean, even as a citizen, you can make $800 a day. So, I think it's a case of you'll cross that bridge when you come to it. If you get to a point when you're like, whoa, I'm actually missing out on cycles here, that's when you really have to take a close look at your binary tree and figure out who's not working and who you need to help. This is the next way to get paid, the binary matching bonus. Again, this is based on your team tree, your personal referrals, not the binary tree, your team tree. For every cycle generated by a member in your team tree, you receive $10 for X amount of levels based on your rank. Okay? This is how it works. So, 2 seconds. I just want to go back and just double check. So, what we're referring to here is the BA structure. Maybe I need to put this on here. Okay, so, but for every cycle generated by a member in your team tree, you receive $10 for levels based on your rank. It's these guys here. So this is what would go, possibly like however many levels down. What is it? What's the 11th level? Yeah, well, there it is, 11 levels then, isn't it? So the ranking, this depends on your rank as to how many levels you can make $10 little commissions based on when that person makes their own binary cycle. I'll try and word it in a few different ways so you can get your head around it. When someone you've referred in your binary tree makes a $200 binary cycle, you will make a $10 commission. Now, it might not sound like a lot, but if you do have a reasonably sized binary tree and you have been putting some work in and signing some people up yourself, you know, these $10 commissions can be coming in pretty much every single day. You know what I mean? You get one a day, that's $70 a week just from the $10 commissions. Yeah, so I just wanted to put it into perspective, all the different ways how the actual ranking system affects the different ways you can get paid. How do you start signing people up then? This is where I'm going to stop sharing this part of the screen, and I'm just going to jump straight into the funnel. So what we do, and there's more than one way to obviously sign people up, and I know other teams are teaching different things. You know, for me personally, I got started making money online in 2014. I was top of the leaderboard in the first 2 programs I was in because I was reviewing products on certain websites, and I was doing that on YouTube. I was making YouTube videos, and I worked at it for 6 months while I was sick of my life working in call centers, and I found a way to get to the top of search engines, or quite close to the top of search engines. And I hit some home runs with some certain videos and stuff. So I've always been a big believer in YouTube. There's loads of different resources out there where you can figure out how to, optimize your title, your description. You can post in certain websites. IBOtoolbox.com. There's a free golden nugget for you. IBOtoolbox.com. What I used to do is you can actually write press releases on IBO Toolbox, and Google values it gets ranked relatively high. But what you can do is you can kind of link to your YouTube video from the press release. I would maybe write like a $300 word article about whatever my video was about. Put a little link to YouTube, and I would do this on all sorts of different platforms, on WordPress, Tumblr. This is kind of how I started. I basically started on YouTube, but that's just one way, reviewing products that are coming out and stuff. That's just one way to get in front of people. So YouTube, obviously, social media and stuff, but the simplest way we teach it around here, in all honesty, is just use a funnel and send traffic. Now, not everyone has to send traffic. Not everyone gets on with traffic. You do have to send volume and consistently. I have basically used the same traffic source for the last 3 years, and I've built teams of hundreds and thousands of people, just basically having a funnel set up and sending 200 clicks every couple of days, really. Now, I know not everyone can afford to do that, but it works. You can't just in my opinion, you can't just send traffic and do nothing else. That is a waste of money, in my opinion. If you're sending traffic, you are also at the same time building an email list. So if you're building an email list, you might as well use that asset and message those guys as often as you can and tie everything together. You might as well do videos, do YouTube videos, stick it on a page, which is very easy to do using the program we use called Powerlead System, and then email that out. Then you're literally, you're killing 3-4 birds with one stone. You are messaging out to your list. You're getting your message out there to YouTube. You're posting on IBO Toolbox. You're just building an island. You're building an online presence, and that's the easiest way to get people to sign up to your link. Just consistency and building an online presence. Anyway, this is one of the capture pages that are to come. All right, I wanted to put some extra capture pages into here that are from previous funnels that I might reword some of the, the dialogue here, the copy, so it's a bit more related to this particular funnel. Here's another one. Again, now obviously this is about closing sales and stuff, but I would change the copy. I just wanted to show you that I do have other capture pages that I have ready to go. I've got loads of capture pages I could just put into the funnel immediately. There's another one. These are the ones that are currently operational in the Mind Like a Boss funnel. And obviously what folks do, if you're not aware how a funnel works, is it starts with a capture page, which looks like this, with an intention to capture someone's email. So you can then follow up with them via the email sequence, which looks like this. So this is in Powerlead System. I also have a version of this in Aweber as well, if you use Aweber. It's basically a 15-message email sequence stretching over 28 days. explaining the benefits of mining Bitcoin Vault and what Mining City is as a company, why they are credible, why they are to be trusted, and links back to your funnel sales page once you've set it up. So you don't have to go yourself and build a website yourself. You can just literally follow my instructions I've laid out in a step-by-step format and get your very own sales funnel, which promotes Mining City for you, which looks like this. This is the sales page. This is your main presentation that you want people to see to explain why they want to start and get involved with Bitcoin Vault and start mining it and start building your citizens tree. So this is about a 10-minute video I put together, which explains all of that, you know, what crypto mining is in a nutshell, and the rest of it. So obviously it has the live price of Bitcoin Vault right here as well. You've got a few buttons here. This would link to your Mining City link. This button here goes to the setup instructions of, you know, getting their own funnel. It's essentially a second income stream. If you choose to do that, you can join Powerlead system as an affiliate and actually build monthly residual income inside Powerlead system, as well as make money with Mining City as well. So it effectively has two income streams. All right, there's other little things you've got that potentially can make you a little bit of money as well here, but the two main income streams are the two red buttons here. All right, now you don't have to join Powerlead system as an affiliate if you don't want to. If you do, it's around $54 a month, like 2 or 3 signups. I think it's 3 signups, and then you've got it paying for itself. But if you don't want to be an affiliate with Powerlead system, it's just $30 a month. And you've got all these other helpful buttons that basically just teach you how to do certain things, you know, Bitcoin Vault tutorials in here, how to set up Aweber, and the rest of it. So this is the sales page. Obviously information on the agreements with the Kazakhstan government, the fact that they do have an agreement for cheap land supply, the fact that they are official partners of the incredibly reputable and respected BTC.com. I know for the crypto heads out there, that's generally a big deal. And this video here, you need to watch this. You know, if you've watched this video, the top one here, and you've still got questions about why should I trust this company, please watch this video here. It's from Ari, who's in our upline, who does a fantastic job of explaining who the owner is, who Eyal Abramovich is, and how he's a serial inventor. He's not just a guy who made an MLM company. He was able to explain to us how the whole Genesis mining deal went down, and how it's the first company in history, first cryptocurrency mining company in history of which the SEC actually dropped the whole case against them because it was found they were doing nothing wrong. So Mining City, you know, the modeled Genesis mining because they were doing nothing wrong. But yeah, you need to watch this video if you haven't seen it. Anyone watching this video right now and you have not seen this video right here, the bottom one, it's the next thing you need to do, honestly. And then this is my traffic source here as well. This is the same source that I use as well. So once you've set everything up, you can go to sendthehumans.com and buy affordable tier 1 targeted traffic as well, which will help you build your citizens tree and help you make $200 binary cycles as well. Right, I've been on for about a bit more than half an hour there, not too bad, I don't think. I'm going to stop share. Oh, where am I? Up here. This is it. Oh. Cool. So that's, you know, I hope that helps anyone who was a little bit confused with the comp plan and stuff. I've certainly learned stuff myself this week as well, especially with how the ranking system works in relation to the other parts of the comp plan, not just how many times you can binary cycle. I would like to pass it over to Adrian Langdale now, good friend of mine, marketing buddy, who will go over what the overall strategy is and how we are using Mining City to, you know, sustain long-term success online.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. Just before I start, I think it's important to say that this funnel and what I'm about to show you is exactly what Alan, Mark, and myself are using. Right? If you want to follow it, fine. Or if you want to do some of what Mark says, or do both, you know, videos, Facebook. However, if you've got your own strategy for recruiting, fine. You don't have to follow this. This is just an easy plan that we've put together using the funnel and using the rewards that you get from the mining. So we're trying to cover actually all the costs for traffic and power lead system and everything. So let me share my screen. I'll try and share the right one this week, shall I? Let's see if we can see this.
Looks good to me, yeah.
All good? Okay, so as Mark mentioned, we've called it the Springboard Plan or the Springboard Strategy. So I'm going to take you through it, hopefully. Okay, so I put this strategy together purely and simply to anybody who's in a place where their funds are limited and they're thinking, oh, I'm going to need power lead system, and then I'm going to need this, and I'm going to need this. You don't, okay? You can start with just a mining package. I'm going to show you how to do it. So strategy shows you how to quickly obtain a self-funding, self-building, autopilot business in less than 30 days. Now, I say in less than 30 days, that's to get it started. It's not going to be fully fledged and all the commissions are going to be rolling in after 30 days. It takes time. Personally, I'm going to show you in a minute. I've done a withdrawal from Mining City into one of the exchanges, and I'll go into that in detail. But basically, it's how you get started within those 30 days. That's kind of what I'm getting at, okay? Obviously, the longer you do it for, the more chance that you're going to be building up sign-ups, commissions, and all the different ways of earning money within the comp plan, as well as a few other bits and bobs. All right, so as I said, this is with just one-time payment. So you basically purchase one of the mining plans that Mark's just shown you, and I'm going to review once again in a second, and just use this plan. And that's all you need to do if you want to be, I'm not going to say lazy, but more hands-off. Some people don't like to be doing videos. You know, there's a choice. Paid traffic, you pay and it's kind of more automated. Free traffic, you've got to put the graft in. So depending on whether you're working full time and you want to build this up on the side, there's a balance to be had. Okay, so this is 100% for anybody who's new, even if you've got no list, no autoresponder. Autoresponder is what part of what Power Lead System is. Some people might know of Aweber or GetResponse. And we can use those with this system as well, but it's basically a way to send out those emails that Mark just showed you automatically over a series of days. So you might send an email out on day 1, day 2, day 4, day 28, okay? But they go out automatically. You don't have to think, oh, I need to email my list every day, okay? And then obviously we've got the funnel that Mark's put all this time and effort in, and you don't have to have any experience. So we created this plan only for our Mining City team. As far as I know, we're still the only team that are using this kind of funnel-based system within Mining City. I've not seen any others, so you're in a good place. The plan's low risk, obviously, because you've only got to make that one-time purchase. And we're going to use the profits in a way where there's very little time involved and you can recover that seed money, your mining package costs quickly. So this is how it works in a nutshell. As we've mentioned, you purchase a one-time mining plan. You can start with any. We recommend a minimum of the $600 plan. And the reason for that is not because of our commissions or anything like that. It's basically the amount of hash rate that you purchase determines the amount of rewards you're going to get on a daily basis. If you go with the lower plan, it's going to take you 6 months to get anywhere. Okay, this is a 30-day plan, so we need to be getting enough funds back to get to a point where we can withdraw it to pay for the tools and pay for the traffic. Okay, obviously, if you can afford more, you can, the higher you can go, the quicker you can build. That's the sort of essence of it, really. So, obviously, week 1 at the moment, you purchase your mining plan. You have to wait 10 days for your mining to start. So, obviously, in that point, I mean, personally myself, that's when I got all my Power Lead system set up the funnel. I've worked with Mark and Alan to get everything ready and in place. And actually this week started sending traffic. So This is week 2 to 3. So basically, you take your rewards. If you want to, get your tools, Power Lead system. Obviously, inside there, it's done for you. All the capture pages, the sales funnel, all the automated emails as well. You don't have to write these yourself. Obviously, it's good if you can go in and tweak them and put your personal little twist, or I personally put a picture at the bottom of mine, so it's like people can relate to me as part of the funnel. And then obviously traffic. Then you've got the other side, which is Mark's touched on a little bit, is the money management side. You've got the option to purchase more mining power. Obviously, the more mining power you've got, the more, it covers 2 points now, Mark, because of what you said earlier. But first of all, you get more terahash, so you get more rewards quickly. But obviously now we know also, as you increase your terahash, you're going to increase your commissions on those team cycle bonuses, or whatever they were called. Yeah. So then, similar to Mark, I plan to hold or hodl some Bitcoin Vault to a point until I feel that, you know, it's at a price where I'm comfortable to sell it. There are predictions, and it's only a prediction. I've read recently. There's a prediction for 2021 for about $1,500 as a value, and after about, I think it was 3 to 5 years, it was about 6.5. If there's an article, I think it's on my timeline, or it might be, I don't know if you've put it in the group or not, Mark, but if we can maybe put it in the group, and it tells you sort of why Bitcoin Vault is going quicker than Bitcoin. It explains all of that if you're interested in that sort of side of things. And then finally, funding a trading account. Both, well, all three of us, Alan, Mark, myself, are traders, and you know, Mark's plan similar to mine. Well, almost exactly the same, to fund a trading account to a large enough size where we can just, whenever we want to, go and do 2 or 3 trades a week and not have to worry about, you know, the world situation as it is. Okay, so here's the process overview. It's a bit small to see. I'll make it bigger for next week. This is basically my withdrawal. I withdrew this on the 25th from Mining City Bitcoin Vault wallet. $322 withdrawal. Withdrew to, I actually withdrew to Liquid, but I know a lot of people are going to be using Coineo. Okay, and then as Mark will testify, I sent some money to Send the Humans to get some traffic, and also I've taken some of it out to pay for my first month's Power Lead system. Okay, now as Mark mentioned, the Power Lead system, you can be just a customer. It's $30 a month, and if you want to be an affiliate as well, which is worth doing, because if you're going to use the funnel, you've got your links in there. As people sign up, it's 3 people and it's free. Basically, every person that you sign up as a gold member, I think it is, Mark will clarify maybe later, it's a $20 commission for you for Power Lead system. Okay, so obviously, as you start getting traffic to come through, and let me just open my email. Now, I've obviously organized it so that people's data is hidden, and you can see people starting to come through into my Aweber. Okay, so as people come through, people will start buying the Mining City packages, and now you can work with those commissions that Mark's just been on about. He's named a direct commission. It's basically when you get your 5% on Team A or your 10% on Team B, and that's paid in Bitcoin Vault or whichever you're mining, but obviously we're only dealing with Bitcoin Vault here. Okay, and then obviously Mining City cycles. Now we know there's 2 ways of getting paid on this. One is your own cycle, and then the second way is when your team members start to cycle. So that's paid out in Bitcoin Vault as well. And then if you increase your mining hash power, which I'm personally going to do, because of the rise of the value of the coin, and I've got a goal to have a minimum of 100 coins in 12 months. I know it doesn't sound a lot, but you know, if it goes up to a value of sort of 1,500, well, that's paid for a nice flat or something out here in Tenerife. So That's kind of my plan there. So these are all paid out in, and I'm going to have to update it now because this was 3 ways of getting paid, but now it's 4. Okay. And then also, as I mentioned, you get your power lead system commissions as they come in as well. But that's on a monthly basis, and they're paid out in dollars. Okay. Then basically you rinse and repeat. So you put a percentage of the money back into the business, hence why I've done the withdrawal. I've got some money left in liquid. It's still in Bitcoin Vault. It's just not in my Mining City wallet because it keeps going up by $15 to $20 every couple of days. So I'm not going to move it to Bitcoin or anything else right now. I'm just going to keep it in Bitcoin Vault. But a percentage of that money has already gone into traffic and it's covered my power lead system. And that's what we're going to do. And then obviously money management is to hold, as I've just mentioned, some Bitcoin Vault and fund a trading account. That's really the overall strategy in a nutshell. And obviously with inside that, you will be working with the compensation plan. And the thing that I like about the binary tree specifically is, you can help people to cycle and get $200. Now, when you do that, they're obviously going to go, oh, that's the most money I've made and I haven't done anything. So, it gives an incentive for them to then look into actually working this for themselves. And because you're helping everybody do that, and then as everybody else helps everybody do that, I think that's when those $10 bonus cycles are going to come in, Mark.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Yeah, I think that presentation's coming on very nicely. Mate, that's awesome.
Any questions?
Actually, none this week. If I'm totally honest, you did absolutely hit that out of the park, mate. I'm loving the power lead system side of things as well. Go on, Alan.
No, I was just going to say that there's been no real questions in the chat. Everyone's pretty happy.
Awesome.
All right, awesome. Cool. Say it again.
You guys, I asked if you could hear me okay with the mic. Obviously not.
I think we're just about right.
It's yeah. Very slightly quiet, but that's all good, mate. The only other thing I've got to add is just this is the first week where we've actually put the video on the team calls page. So what I've personally done for the first time on this funnel, this is how I personally run my own personal funnels, is put out a little message to my email list, which is actually very small at the minute because I've started a new Aweber account, just to get people onto these calls, because obviously on the team calls page, there is a YouTube embed. Alan has worked his magic, being the stream wizard that he is this week, and he's streaming this on YouTube as well. But it means you can use that in your own funnel because it has a button to your sales page as well. So that's what I believe everyone should be doing who is using the funnel, is just putting out a short message every Wednesday or even an hour before, just say it starts in an hour or whatever, just with a link to this call, just a short, like mine was probably like a 100-word email, very short email. But tomorrow I'll be probably putting out another message, giving them the replay, just to remind people, by the way, we were live teaching people about how this business works. So anyone using the funnel, I would recommend to do the same thing. It's just an excuse just to keep in touch with people. You know what I mean? So I would just recommend to do that. And there's going to be other cool things in the pipeline as well. We're actually also trying to figure out how our upline in the Crypto Wealth Club group, because I know Ari does a lot of training as well. What I would ideally like to do is create another page, a carbon copy of the team calls page, and put Ari's training on there as well. And then, we can just keep hitting the list with a constant live training all of the time on how this works. That's what, in my experience, works the best, is recent content going out. It's nice when people receive an email from you and then they're taken to a page which is clear the video has been recorded in the last few days. Recent content is sending people to the same sales page over and over and over again. So that's what I'll be working on, is trying to constantly put out recent and relevant information.
Well, I'll figure something out to do that from Ari. Sorry.
Say again, man.
I'll figure something out to work that from Ari's side to get that live on
Cool.
the page. I'll figure it out.
Awesome. That would be cool. By the way, now that I'm really listening to that mic, it sounds really good. Actually, it sounds like you're just about to start a radio station.
Maybe Mining City Radio.
It sounds like you're about to like record a full audiobook. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah. No, I made a little promo video earlier on, a little motivation thing. It's only like a minute long, but I broke out the mic for it.
All right, nice, very pro. All right, guys, we'll leave that there for this week. Get back to the person who shared this video with you. If you are watching this on someone's funnel page, there will be a red button below that says Get Started. That will take you to the main presentation of Mining City, and from that page, you will be able to join Mining City using the button on that page. Okay. Other than that, we will see you next Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. UK, 3:30 p.m. Eastern time, unless instructed otherwise. We will see you next week, guys. Take care. Peace.
Thanks, guys.
Hey guys, thank you.